Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and if you're like me, you may have paid attention to college football, but not too much college basketball, because nobody really pays attention to college basketball until now, so you may be a little bit confused, and you may be a little bit confused on why they're only playing one game besides like a 3 or 5 game series like the NBA does. So you're gonna try to rate this like football, right? How far can the basketball team be off the football team? So that's what we're gonna do today, ranking the teams based on how good their football team is. Now I'm gonna use a little help with the internet. I'm pretty good with college football, but I don't know every team's record, sorry. Duke, they went 8-5. I know they have Daniel Jones, they're good. UCF, they were pretty much undefeated until they lost to LSU. Mississippi State, they were pretty good this year. I think they were ranked top 25 at the end of the year. They just lost a lot of top-ranked game, but they're still good. Virginia Tech is still good, even though they had that embarrassing loss to, I think, Old Dominion, who I think is in the tournament too. Maryland, I think they're better than those two schools, Temple, and I think Temple didn't even do well. No. Oh, Temple, there they are. Oh, wait, they went 8-5. Ooh, no, yeah, never mind. I'm going to pick Temple, sorry. Yale, LSU, that's obviously LSU. They were a top 10 team this year. Minnesota, Louisville was really bad this year. Michigan State, I don't think Bradley has a school. Gonzaga, they don't have a school, but I'm still going to pick them since I don't think the other teams even have a school. Syracuse versus Baylor. Syracuse finished second. I don't think Baylor had a particularly good season this year either. Marquette and Murray State. If I remember correctly, I searched this up. I think Marquette had the better season, but I could be wrong. Florida State had a shitty season, but let me check Vermont real quick. Yeah, I think we're going to still go with Florida State, even though they didn't play that well this season. I think Florida State's still the better team. Then we're going to go Buffalo, led by your boy Tyree Jackson. Almost forgot his name. Texas Tech did really bad, but Northern Kentucky doesn't have a football team, so there's that. My Florida Gators, they finished like top 6 in the nation this year. I don't know why I said top 6. They finished like 6th in the nation. Michigan also finished up there, a couple of blowing losses. Virginia didn't have the greatest season. I think they're still above Gardner-Webb. Ole Miss versus Oklahoma. Oregon State. Now this one, all right, we got to look at this. This is going to be a little bit controversial, but I think Oregon is better. They have Justin Herbert, the future Giants quarterback, and 8-5. And Oregon's in the Pac-12. And they went 9-4. Oregon's better. Villanova actually has a football team. That's why they're advancing. Old Dominion, even though they had a good game, I think Purdue is better. They beat Ohio State. Come on, I think that was a bigger upset. Iowa versus Cincinnati, I think that's obvious in Iowa's favor. Tennessee versus Colgate, Tennessee. Tennessee didn't play that well either. Washington is still better. Even though they lost in the Rose Bowl, they still made it to like a top 6 in year 6 bowl. So then you have Auburn versus New Mexico State. Ooh, I think New Mexico State did better. I think, this is going to be highly... Oh, no, never mind. New Mexico State went 3-9. Oops, Auburn. That's Auburn. Kansas versus Northeastern. Northeastern doesn't have a football team because they're a Boston school, so I'm going to pick Kansas, even though Kansas did not play well. Iowa State versus Ohio State. Iowa State did play well, but Ohio State is better. Sucks that states like Kansas advance to the second round, but that's the way it works. Houston versus Georgia State, that goes to Houston. They had Ed Oliver, enough said. And they also, I think they played, they were pretty much about to play in the American Conference Finals. Wofford versus Seton Hall. Wofford has a football team, that's why I'm picking them. Kentucky, obviously, they're better. Kentucky actually had a standout season. Duke versus UCF. UCF is better. Virginia Tech versus Mississippi State. Virginia Tech didn't play that well this season, and you got to give it to the SEC team. LSU is better. The Minnesota versus Michigan State. Let's check that real quick. Oh, so they were tied actually. But in conference, Michigan State did go 5-4, so I have to give them the edge on that one. On to Syracuse versus Gonzaga. Syracuse is the better football team. Florida State is probably the better football team than Marquette. They're not a D1 school, so I think Florida State would beat them. Buffalo versus Texas Tech. Have to go Buffalo. Texas Tech only went like 3-7 this season or something. They didn't play well at all. Florida versus Michigan. I have Florida because we beat them. We beat them in the whatever bowl, the Chick-fil-A Peach Bowl, my favorite bowl. I love bowls. Anyway, Oklahoma beats Virginia. Oregon beats Kansas State. Oregon has a better quarterback. I think they'd win that game. The Pac-12, go Pac-12. Purdue versus Villanova. Still think Purdue is better than Villanova. Villanova is more of a low-profile school. Iowa versus Tennessee. That's obviously Iowa because Tennessee, they did not play well this season. North Carolina versus Washington. That goes to Washington. Auburn versus Kansas. SEC roll. SEC. Ohio State versus Houston. That's go to Ohio State. Houston played pretty well though. Kentucky versus Ohio State. That goes to Kentucky. Let's see if we get any matchups that actually happen in football this year. I wonder if that's gonna happen. UCF versus Mississippi State. This is gonna be controversial, but I think Mississippi State. I think Mississippi State beat LSU and LSU beat UCF, so I'm gonna have to go with that. Sorry, my SEC bias is going. LSU is a good team. Okay, that goes to Syracuse. Buffalo versus Florida. We got Felipe, my man Felipe versus Daniel Jones. Tyree Jackson. I have to go with Florida. Oklahoma versus Oregon. These are good matchups actually. These are getting to actually be pretty good matchups, like football matchups. In the beginning, it was just really shitty versus really good or whatever. So Iowa versus Purdue. Iowa wins that one. Washington versus Auburn. Even though I love my SEC, I think Washington would still win that game. Ohio State versus Kentucky. This one may be a little controversial. I have to go with Ohio State. I can't go with the SEC. I think Ohio State would have won that game. Dwayne Haskins, it's just a better quarterback. Even though they have their young quarterback that's coming up, I think he's really fast. Yeah, I think Kentucky wins that game. State versus LSU. I'm going with LSU. They were higher ranked. Syracuse versus Florida. These are my two favorite schools. But I think Florida wins that matchup. Rematch of the Rose Bowl. Okay. Ohio State won that game, so that game's easy to pick. Look at this Final Four. Look at this Final Four. This is beautiful. LSU versus Florida. I got to pick Florida. And plus, Florida's been owning LSU. We beat them so many times. Oh man, it's been great. We've been rolling LSU. Even though Oklahoma has shitty defense, at least they didn't lose to Purdue and give up 47 points to Purdue. So there's that. And then Oklahoma wins the national championship. Let's pick a football score. Oklahoma would have scored a lot. I think their football team will score more than their basketball team. Let's say 47. I'll give the Gators 41. Go Oklahoma. They win the national championship. Congratulations. Enjoy this video. Let me know what you want to see. Other matchups in the comment section down below. Anyway, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you in my next one.